I found forever in the moment I met you. That's the opening lines to a song, unfinished song that I started with my wife several years ago. I guess it's time to finish that song. But it summed up my emotions and my feelings towards her, and that every moment with her is a forever moment. Welcome to Morning Love, your daily dose of love, hope, and encouragement from here at Buckwheat Farms Magic Ballroom and Emporium. So, how do we live forever? You know, religions have their methods. You have to believe in some blood sacrifice, or believe you'll, and I don't mean to demean anyone's religious beliefs, but whatever, that your idea of eternity is, I want to challenge that and tell you that eternity is right now, and it's kind of summed up in that song of finding forever in the moment. That's part of what meditation and mindfulness trains you to do, is to see everything in every moment, and you begin to slow things down and begin to notice. And what do you need to notice? Well, life is kind of like a video game, and we've placed these. In fact, my wife plays these video games quite often to pass the time of finding hidden objects within rooms and locating those objects. And we have hidden objects along our path to help us to find out who we truly are and where we need to go. And in our rush to sprint by and get to the end, and I have been most guilty of this, of trying to get things completed rather than enjoying the journey. And we miss those points, those things that we've put in place to direct us on our way. And as we begin to slow our lives down and to begin to study the moments and see what is in this moment for me, what am I here to experience, what am I at this time, because now is the only eternity you have. You can't touch the past, you can't feel the future, but now, I can understand. And so we draw down and we become mindful, and we see the eternity in every moment. We slow it down. And as you do this, your life begins to change and take on the direction it's meant to take. Just yesterday, I'm out in the front yard popping dandelions. Now, I've got one chicken. She likes to fly out, and she's a wild girl, and she's so beautiful. But she likes to fly out and lay her eggs under the lady next door's their thorn bushes, briar bushes. I think there may be roses, maybe of some type. And I found it over there, and I keep going to get her eggs. But anyway, I'm over retrieving the eggs, and a cart full of, and I live in a suburbs, kind of a rural suburb area in the South, where golf carts are de rigueur for young men. And a group of young men are riding around in their golf cart, and they see my chickens in the front yard, and they start immediately, and I see what's happening. They're kind of immediately starting that let's see who can wreak the most havoc kind of mindset. Now, in the past, I would have run forward and started to say, hey, what the are you doing in my yard? And immediately set things at edge. But I slowed things down, and I observed, and I said, okay, what is the better way to handle this? So I just assumed and made the assumption and made the move, and said, hey guys, you want to come over and see my chickens? And invited them in. And it was incredible, because the mood just shifted. Suddenly it became not, and these are kids I would say young men, 10 to 12 years old, about 4 of them. And the mood went from not who can wreak the most havoc to now who, their innocence returned. And they, as we tried to catch the chickens, and for some reason the chickens would not be caught so that they could be petted. But then I showed them the pigs, and I explained to them about the farm and everything. And I made 4 friends. These young men will come back, and maybe, just maybe, I slowed things down for them a little bit so that next time they're in that situation that they don't see the only alternative they've ever seen, but they see a new alternative. They see a new way forward. And that's really what we're about here at Buckwheat Farms. We're about a new way forward. We're about providing food for ourselves, our neighbors, our community. We're about a voluntary society where people interact voluntarily with no coercion. And we're about magic. Because magic is using your mind to change your world. Just yesterday, that was magic with those 4 young men. I changed an outcome. I changed the future because I changed the present by being in the present. Be in the present today. Take today as you go forward. Every instant, every feel of the wind upon your skin, the aromas in the air, the cold on your skin, the feel of the earth beneath your feet, the sound of the wind in the trees. Namaste.